Hey y'all, Enzo here with you. I wanted to start doing a different kind of video going forward for you guys because we keep coming back to this. I'm sorry that we keep coming back to this, but I've started a new job that I've been working for. Well, it's not really new anymore. I've been working for I guess about 6 months now. It's a great job, really love it. But it is video, it is filming and editing. So I find myself having less time to do my own filming and editing when I'm spending, my work life doing that. And so I'm trying to find new ways to make videos, I guess, quicker and easier, just that I can fit into my lifestyle right now. So what I wanted to do as a solution to that is to do these just kind of conversational ones. And what I thought I would start with is a topic that would be kind of a conversation around knives that I think are really excellent for your money and really hit close to the custom designs that they're based off of. First one that came to mind, and this is after the last video that Walsh and I shot together on stuff that we like to carry during the wintertime, but it is the Boker Bad Guy. I've talked about this one quite a lot, and it's one that I've had in the collection for a while, but I've never actually shot a video solely on this knife, at least I don't think I have. And it is a really excellent non-locking slip joint from Boker. And if you're familiar with Boker, you may be kind of familiar with the idea that they're kind of a hit and miss company. At least I find them to be a little bit hit and miss in their products. Some are absolutely home runs. One that comes to mind is the Boker F3, designed by Jesper Voxnäs. I think that knife is amazing. And then some are just utter misses. Another that comes to mind there, also designed by Jesper Voxnäs, is the Boker F3.5? F5.5? I don't know. I'll put the title up here, but I shot a video on that knife and it was atrocious. So they really just swing on both ends of the spectrum. You kind of have to be very careful when buying from Boker, but this is one that is truly awesome. It's especially if you're a fan of the designer Frank Sous-Vide. This knife's really exceptional for the fact that it's very affordable, comes in right around $100, and it gets you incredibly close to his custom design. The name of this knife is the Bad Guy. And again, that's the name of his custom version too, the Frank Sous-Vide Bad Guy. So if you just search, it's Frank F-R-A-N-C-K, Sous-Vide, S-O-U-V-I-L-L-E. My French is not good, so if that's wrong, feel free to correct me. Search his name and then Bad Guy, and you'll see his really cool customs. I'll also have a link to his Instagram page down below. Check that out because his Instagram page has not only the Bad Guy, but also a more pocket friendly version. It's a slimmer, more traditional, just flat out traditional version that's quite a bit smaller. But that said, it's the size that I really dig about this thing. I mean, this is just a huge slip joint. It's really massive, but it's ground so nicely. So I guess we'll start talking about the blade. Let's start there. D2 steel on this blade. It has Boker's really cool satin brush pattern that they do. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. Let me try to hold this up. Maybe y'all can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's a horizontal grain pattern. And it looks really nice. I've always really enjoyed it when Boker do this. It's one of the cooler things they do. If I didn't already say the blade steel is D2, however you feel about D2, you're getting a whole lot of it here. And right there we can see Frank's custom maker's mark, which I think is really cool. I don't understand the significance of it, but it's a cool mark. And the nicest thing about this blade is the fact that we have, I don't know, what is that, I'd say about 1/8 of an inch there in the blade stock. But it's such a tall blade that it gets very, very thin behind the edge. And with Mr. Sous-Vide being from France, it kind of reminds me of that heritage of really thin cheese knives that France has. You know, you think of your Opinels or your Le Jules. And I think this kind of, even though it's a much more modern sort of design, it has that legacy to it. That's such a thin edge right there. I really wish I had a good way to convey that on camera. Hopefully you're seeing it. But it is so thin behind the edge. I almost cut myself now just handling it. So that's honestly, that could be my favorite part of the knife, is this blade. I love this blade. It has this, it's almost like a Lanny's clip on steroids. And you have that nail nick right there. You see the heritage of it. However, it's put into this decidedly more modern package. Really cool. The other thing that jumps out, we'll move down to the handle now, of course, is this inlay here, this shield on the handle, this sort of, I don't know what, like that's an ape skull or what it is, but it's definitely makes an impact on the person looking at it. Kind of in the same way that the Chavez pocket clip does. I kind of dig this a lot. When I first saw it, I thought that it was a bit over the top, but the more I handle it, the more I like it. The handle is G10, black G10 here. It's got this cratered finish, which is really awesome. Love how this feels in hand. It's very tactile. I don't know how, oh yeah, it definitely helps with grip some. I was gonna say I don't know how much it does, but holding it in hand, I would think that it really locks your grip in, so that's pretty cool. And we have red liners, red G10 liners there as well, just a nice visual touch. That satin blade finish continues on the spring bar back here, and really this handle itself is very neutral. Again, the whole shape conveys a Lanny's clip just at a massive scale. So there's obviously appreciation for heritage and history in there. When we go to close the knife, we are pivoting on a cam tang. No half stop here, just a cam tang. And the walk and talk is really nice. I mean, you have this big chunky spring bar. It really feels like as close as a slip joint will feel to a locking knife. That's how this feels. Very sturdy, very tough. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go batoning with this by all means, but still, it feels like it could do some serious work. If you need a non-locking knife for a legal reason, but you want one that's gonna work really hard, I think this is an excellent option. So one other thing I wanna bring up in the pivoting action is that there are not washers in this. It's a little, I don't wanna use the word traditional because it's not using traditional materials. We're using G10 and it's pivoting on G10. But the absence of washers kind of lines up with a traditional knife making. So what we're using here instead is there's milled sections of G10 in here that sort of take the place of what the washers would be doing. What you need to do is make sure if you get one of these, oil it with a nice thin lubricant oil. What I use is KPL's Camellia oil. That stuff is awesome. I lubricate this with that and it makes the action so nice. And the way this nail nick is designed, it actually allows you to open the knife one-handed. That's something I really appreciate about this knife, is that even though it's a slip joint, it can be operated completely one-handed. So you can open it one-handed, you can close it one-handed, no problem, and you still get that wonderful walk and talk the whole time. That was cool. Didn't even mean to do that. So yeah, it's a really neat knife in that regard, and different. It's different. And again, that's something these days when we talk about knives and how overpopulated the market's become, oversaturated. Things that stand out like this, they mean a lot to me. Even though this one's been around for a while now, it's been a few years, but still, I think it's one that a lot of people slept on. And I think that's a bit of a travesty because it's a really cool knife. Anything else we want to touch on this one? I do like how we have faux bolsters here, kind of integrated into the design. So we have a flute on both sides, and then these, however you want to describe them, vertical or horizontal grain pattern coming out of these craters. I think that's really neat. I've added a lanyard from Franck. I got this from him at Blade Show. He had a really cool table there. I hope he comes back. I'd love to see him again next year. But this is a vintage micarta that he made this bead out of. And it looks perfect on the bad guy here. Really cool. And again, it's how close this gets. I'll see if I can pop in photos of his custom bad guys. How close this gets to the custom. It just amazes me for, you know, $100. It kind of reminds me of how close the Cold Steel 8010 got to the custom 8010. But yeah, guys, that is it. This has been the Boker Bad Guy. Thanks for stopping in. We're going to do more of these going forward. Little portraits of knives that I think are excellent for the money. All right, guys, I've been Enzo. This has been Knox Knife Mods. I'll see you next time. This has been the Boker Bad Guy. All right. Peace, guys.